when we were selling this, she goes, you know what, this is the first time I've ever seen blue opal. I didn't even know that they had blue opal. The very first blue opal I ever found was in the 70s and early 80s. I worked with it when I was going to Peru a lot, and we were working out of there, and we were specializing in a lot of the Peruvian opals, the pink opal, the honeycomb opal, and the Australian, the blue opal from Peruvian blue opal. The second blue opal I found was actually in America, and it was in right on the Oregon-Idaho line. They found a very small geothermal stope of this. We brought it, we actually did it as a Today Special, and that's been over 10 years ago. It blew out. Do you know I still have people calling me and getting a hold of me to be asking if I'll ever bring that back or if I have some of that material? So when we found this blue opal, to tell you the truth, and how we originally, they first, you know, I saw it as a sample. I hadn't seen the deposit, I hadn't seen the mine yet. And they told me it was from India. And I told, I feel really bad because I know this person very well, and he's a miner and he's got really great connections. And he told me it's from India, and I said, no, it's not. And he said, yes, it is. I said, no, it's not. You know, because you know how many people.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
You know how many people. It would have been a great, like a great footage, right? Because I have people come to me all the time that really aren't the source, the miner. They're just brokering for somebody. And they'll tell me it's from India, and it's not from India. India, they're famous as traders. These guys, I gotta tell you, I go all over the world, and your chances of bumping into somebody at a mine in the middle of nowhere, and they're from India, is better than anything. I meet a lot of Australians, and a lot of Indians, and quite a few Canadians, believe it or not, are the three kind of seem like the national groups that I run into that are traders that are involved in mining. But this actually does come out of India. He was right. I felt bad, you know, I felt bad later because once we found it, and then also, I thought this can't be blue opal. I thought this is some kind of chalcedony out of Turkey because it's so hard. If you see this, how we fasted it.
Well, and also too,
you see how it sparkles?
Not only is it so hard, but I wouldn't think it was blue opal because of the solid, you know, look of the stones. I mean, I honestly, because when we've had other opals before, usually they're more marbled.
Marbled
and
or
there
opaque.
are some marbles in here, but look at the depth of color. Now, I've got to say this to everybody because this is a huge customer pick. You can read the reviews on hsn.com. Those people bought this at $150.90.
Which was an awesome price.
But now to do it at $89.95 and $17.99 on your charge card, my producer just said, if you want this, there are fewer than 500. I know that sounds like a lot, but not considering we're in 98 million households, and we sold 12,000 of these at $150. So today, to be able to own something that's not only beautiful, I mean, if you didn't even know what it was, it's gorgeous, but to own blue opal and huge pieces of blue opal faceted to make it even more sparkling and more alluring. And you think of how intriguing, it's almost like wearing a magnet because people want to get closer and look at it and ask you what it is. And you see there in the back, I love that we had that little shot because that's the rough. It comes out of the ground like this. This is unenhanced, Jay.
No, this is genuine. This is the natural color. And here again, am I going to get more of this material? Well, hopefully, because I'm trying to work a deal right now with them to be able to buy more material and also have them do more select material, do different, the higher grades, which I'm going to have to pay a lot more for them to actually grade it out. But what I love about this necklace, you're getting everything. That's why we call it Dream Blue Opal. You're getting the white, not the white, the like light blue, medium blue, dark blue. The dark blue that you're seeing there, the real dark, is what they call royal blue. And that is really, really expensive material. I mean, of all of it, very little of it is that royal blue color. What makes this so unique and so different is it's a blue opal. Now, here again, could I cut this necklace again? Absolutely, I could do it. If I get enough material again to do it, I could possibly do this necklace. But here's the thing, is it gonna be $89.95? I gotta tell you, chances of that are zero.
Well, our earrings.
I couldn't even, but I couldn't produce it. I couldn't even buy the material and produce this and sell it at that price. Even when we did it at the original price and sold 12,000, I sharpened my pencil so sharp that there was hardly any pencil left to be able to do that, but we were trying to hit a price point.
Here's an update. Here's an update again. This is probably the final update you'll hear. There are fewer than 400 of these. Fewer than 400 people within the sound of our voice will be able to own this at this price ever. And you know what? The great thing is you always have an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't more than love this, you simply return it. It's so easy. We actually include the sticker in the box, so all you would have to do is box it up, put that sticker on the front, send it back off. That's all you have to do if you don't love it. But I am telling you, if you read those reviews, you'll know that this is even better in person. And who do you know that owns a blue opal? Like Colleen was saying, and Colleen's been in the business, what, 30 years?
Well, okay, Colleen was my very first show host. So Colleen had been on air for 1 year, so that's how I know.
So 25 years.
So she's 25, this is her 25th anniversary,
and
it's my 24th.
she's never even seen blue opal,
and she had never worked with blue opal ever in 25 years of doing this. And Colleen has seen a lot of jewelry in her day.
She has.
And that's what she told me. I was kind of shocked that she had never seen it before.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to explain to you FlexPay. If you're not familiar with FlexPay, you put $17.99 on your charge card. If you've already ordered something today, you're in free shipping because it's all the J. King you can buy for $5 shipping. Flat fee, $5, no matter how many items you're ordering. So once you order one thing, you're basically into free shipping on all your J. King. You put $17.99 on your charge card, and then you do that for the next 5 months, but it's interest-free. You won't even miss that $17.99 on your charge card. That's like going to, you know, well, not even grab a pizza. That's more than $17.99. I mean, a couple of those fancy coffees, and you're almost at that price. And you'll have this blue opal for the rest of your life. Here is the last quantity update I'm gonna give you, and then that's it. That's it, fewer than 300 of these, and then they're gone forever at this price. And I do want to stress to you again, it comes out of the ground like this.
Yeah, where there is no color enhancement to this at all. And you know what, like I said, in my lifetime of doing this, of my career, 42 years of actually where I consider myself in the business. Okay, that means that I was making jewelry and paying taxes. All right, so you know, when you're in college and stuff, you're not paying taxes on it yet. I don't consider that professional. But this, in those 42 years of tromping the tundra, and I've been around the globe a few times.
He's got quite some miles on.
I do. I am a very high mileage body. And I will tell you, it's only the third blue opal, the natural